Evening, guys. Evening, morning. Welcome to the brew shed. It's what's the date? 5th today. It's the 5th of July, Friday. Got a day off work. It was my birthday yesterday, so we're in the shed today doing a brew. It's a lovely sunny day. It is 6:30 in the morning. Right, let me just tell you what we're doing while we're here. We're brewing, obviously. Otherwise I wouldn't be making a video. Well, no, I do make other videos, I suppose. But we're brewing today. We're brewing an ESB from the Bible. But before we get on to that, I'm just bringing it up here. I'll tell you the recipe in a sec. Yeah, it was my birthday yesterday. We're going away for the weekend, but I'm up early this morning to do the brew, get it done, get it out of the way before this afternoon, and we're going away. So his birthday yesterday, and one of the things I asked her indoors for was some brewing, not equipment, but some gear, which I'm modelling for you right now. Check that out. Happy Cap Homebrew. On the front there, a nice red hoodie. I've got a grey hoodie. I've got 2 polo shirts as well. One of which I'll show you later on because it's quite warm in here now. I put this on this morning because I thought it's going to be cold first thing, but it's going to be raging hot, and it's actually really boiling hot in here. But it's on the front. It's also, you see that on the back? Fantastic. Really pleased with it. I might put a link to the company we got it from down there below. The only thing I would say is when you buy it, obviously you have to order a size. This is a little bit roomy. It's a little bit big. This is the large. We just went safe with it and ordered the large. But really pleased with it. This is the embroidered version. It's embroidered on there. You can feel it. It's all raised and all that sort of thing. Anyway, yeah, no, really pleased with it. The polo shirts, it's exactly the same logo at the front. The logo at the back's a little bit smaller, purely because when it's embroidered on, it's quite heavy. So they advised us when Faith sent off the thing, they advised her to say make it a bit smaller. I mean, this is really big. You can see on the back there, one of the back of the shirts is a little bit smaller, because they say otherwise the shirts sag and they go down a bit. But yeah, no, it's really happy with it. So let me get on with telling you what we're brewing. That's our hops. Yeast wise, we're using this. Never used a mega yeast before, but I thought I'd give it a try. It's the British Ale 8. You see that? British Ale 8, OYL 016. It's meant to be good for ESB. This profile, thought to originate from one of Sweden's most popular beers. This is a top cropping complex and malty strain. The Shy Starter. It's slow but steady to ferment and a notorious diacetyl maker. Despite its finicky nature, it is noteworthy. Esters match very well the English style ales. It is highly flocculent and clears extremely well without filtration. That's what's on the back. So that's what we're using yeast wise. Mashing I'm doing at the moment, so I got that up to that one there. I got that up to about 77 degrees, 75 degrees, and then pushed it into there. I did some underletting. I tend to do about 3 litres per kilo of grain when I do the mash, because that's fairly loose, a loose mash, but because you recirculate, you tend to go slightly higher than you would do with some of the, maybe if you were just mashing and leaving it. 2.5 litres, usually then between 2 and 2.5. Anyway, I go 3 litres. So that's sitting in the mash tun. Let me stop waffling on. I'm probably going to cut loads of this out and come back when we're doing a bit of a recirc in about 15 minutes. See you then. So we're recirculating now. You can see the temperature has come down quite a bit, but it is going up. So the wort comes out of that pipe into the pump, out of that pump into this pipe, coming into here, into there. The coil goes round and round, that coil comes out that one and out and into there, and goes round and round basically. So over there you can see the red one saying 64 degrees, it's gonna get to 66. So at the moment it's got this turned on and it goes on and off, on, off, doing that. So that's basically what that plug is controlling, and yeah, it tries to get it to 66 degrees. So you can see, look, it's going up because this is going up. Brilliant, and that's how it works. And I do that for about an hour. So I started it, that's what we've got left to go. It's got the countdown going there, and I leave that going for about an hour. Once that's done, we do the sparge, and I'll show you that when it's happening. Oh, and you see it chased, look. Yeah. Happy Cap Homebrew on the front, and it's on the back as well, but you won't be able to see that. You'll see it later. But yeah. Right, so for the last half an hour of the recirc, I upped that temperature. So I had it originally at 66, wasn't it? 66 that I was recircling at. For the last half an hour, I put that temperature up to be about 77. So we're sitting at the moment about 74. We've got about 5 minutes left, so it will get to 77-ish, that sort of area. And what I'm going to do, 5 minutes left, I'm going to do test for conversion. So I put a little bit of the wort onto here, and I use some of this, some iodine. Just put a couple of drops in, and hopefully it doesn't turn black, it goes like a brown colour, and that means it's been converted, if so. So I'm going to collect some wort and get to it. Right, I'll be back in a minute. I'll get ready and I'll be back. So you need is a little bit of wort on the plate. Grab the iodine, and a few drops on here. There you go. You can see straight away, look, it's gone brown. There's no black. That means we've got conversion. So that's converted. All brown and orange, no black spots. So we've got conversion there. There's a little bit of something there. That's just a little bit to come out of the wort, I think. Cool, brilliant. Happy with that. So this is how I sparge. In here, this water is about 80 degrees in there. So it's coming out of there, going into the bottom pump, out that pump, going into the coil, through the coil, and just coming out here. And I'll just want to keep that water trickling onto the grain bed there, just so you keep a level of water on top of the grain. And then we draw out from there very slowly, and I monitor the speed of it by this. I sort of turn this on and off, or sort of turn it down if you like. It comes out, goes up into here, down in that pipe, and we're slowly, as you can see, collecting in the boiler here. And if you can get this, it should slowly be going up. Not really, is it? Is it going up at all? Maybe not. Let's So let's not really go out the tools. So what I do is I'll crank this open a little bit more, just the tiniest bit. So now hopefully you'll see this slowly starting to rise. There we go. So I try and do this over, you know, half an hour or so. Try and take that long. Keep an eye on the water level, keep an eye on the temperature of this. That 81 doesn't equate to 81 when it's coming out of here. So if I grab, so I've got another thermometer here. Let's see and see if I can show you. So you want this to be around about sort of 77-ish. There you go, so slightly high. So let's turn that off. Turn this off. And I just keep turning this on and off and keep an eye on the temps, keep an eye on that there's enough water in there. It's looking a bit low actually, so in that case I crank this up a touch. So we can keep the level of water in here, okay. And it's just, to me, it's just kind of a bit of a balancing act. Try and keep that level of water okay, make sure we're collecting here okay, and just do it over a period of time. I don't use this, so I don't use the PID to do a sparge. I find it really, it's a bit inefficient, ineffective doing it, so I do it more this manual way, which means I have to stand here watching it for half an hour, 3/4 an hour, whatever, but yeah, that's what I find the most effective way of doing it. So there's the sparge and the spaghetti junction of pipes and tubing. Love it. Brilliant. So I'll be back when I've collected the wort. So I'll be back when we collected all the wort. I'll be back and we'll start the boil, and I'll show you what that is then. See you then. Bye. The other thing I forgot to mention while I'm sparging, look at this. While I'm sparging, I take a measurement. So we want to try and get a pre-boil gravity of 1048, what we're looking for per the recipe. So when it gets to about now, I've collected 25 litres, I want to collect 31 litres. I just take a quick pre-boil gravity check to see that I'm kind of on track for where I want to be. It should be higher than 1048, it should be in the 1050s at the moment, because then as you collect more it dilutes down a bit. So let's see. So literally I have the refractometer, a few drops on there, close it up. Yeah, so that's fine. We're at 1055, so you can see that. You see that? You might not be able to see it, but that says 1055, just slightly over maybe 1056. So that's fine for the moment. We've got a few more litres to collect. I'll leave it, wait till we get to the end, and hopefully we'll be 1048-ish around there. Cheers, back when I do that. So we've now got our required 31 litres in there. Wobbly. Anyway, whatever. There's 31 litres in the tank, and we are at, yeah, about where we want to be. So I don't know if you can, again, I don't know if you can see that. You can see that at all? It is at about 1049, 1048, 1049. 1049 I think it is, so we're looking 1048, almost bang on. Very good, very happy. That's at 69 degrees, just got to get it to boil and then we'll put in the first hops. Going well, yes. So we're nearly at boiling point now, we're at 97, so I thought I'd just show you this. Now, this is what I put in there, and I put the hops in it. I put a couple of these just a couple of sort of bit of plumbing equipment, just a bit of weight at the bottom so it sinks down in there. It's the same sort of thing as using one of these or a bigger one. I've got a bigger one down there, I won't get it out, but hop spider. Instead of using a hop spider, I just use one of these bags that I can take out, much easier to clean. You can stick them in the washing machine, and it just gets put into the boiler with a couple of these clips at the top to hold it in there. So do that, hops go straight in there, come straight out, really dead simple. So I'll get that in now, and I'm going to put the hops in a minute because I mean it's not particularly interesting, but maybe I'll show you that. Oh, actually something else I've got to do first. I've got to get there was, when we did the sparge, there's a tube you may have seen that went down to the bottom of the boiler, and I haven't taken it off, so I need to take it off, but it's bloody hot in there obviously, so this goes on. There you go, got it out, so done. There is as well, grab this while we're at it. I'm going to swap it around for this, so I used this as like just to do the whirlpool. So one off, one on. These gloves, an absolute bloody godsend. I never would have been able to do that without these gloves. So down there you can't see, I've just got a bucket full of water basically, so I chuck things in and out of there. So that's done. I can now put this in half. I have to roll it up a bit because it's a bit long. What I want to do is roll up one side and clip that on. And then roll up the other side. Clip it on here. Just so it don't touch the bottom of the boiler. Done. Okay, so the alarm's gone for 10 minutes. 10 minutes to go. I'm going to whack in Rotaflock. One of them goes in there. This is away. I'm going to whack in some yeast nutrient. I don't know how much you put in. Half a teaspoon. Half a teaspoon for 5 gallons, it says. So there you go. Half a teaspoon of yeast nutrient goes in, and obviously our EKG 20 grams. Oh, this is so lovely. 20 grams East Kent Goldings goes in. Done. 10 minutes. Boom, we're ready. I'm going to give that a stir. I'll be back in 10 maybe, show you the whirlpool. Bye. Just showing you what else I've done. So the immersion chiller is in there. And I've hooked it up, so that's the water in, the warm water out. That's just so it can chill down to 80 and also do the whirlpool. Well, no, that's not so I do the whirlpool, because I've got this coming out here into the pump and out and into that there, which is the bit that I put on earlier, which helps us do the whirlpool. Should hopefully just be kind of, you see, it's just, well, you can't really see, but it's just sitting in the work there. I've also right, I've also at there, oh fucking hell, That there is a cleaned and sanitized fermenter, and up here from the Star San that was in that, I put that in here, you'll be able to see, and I'm running it through the plate chiller just to clean and sanitize that. Right. That's it, flame out. Flame out. Let's get it whirlpooling. Here we go. Helps if I open the things. Right, done. We're whirlpooling, so we're coming out of the bottom there, going into the pump and coming up through that tube there, going in. Right, so we will chill down. So it's already chilling down naturally. So 99, I'm at 99 now. I'm going to turn the water on for a minute just to run through in the immersion chiller, chill it down to 80, and then we'll put the hops in. 82, so I'm just going to go out to the tap and turn it off. Yeah, so that's stopped there at 80.4. Chuck these in. Minutes. 20-minute hop stand. We'll be back when that's done. So pitching the yeast will be the next thing. Oh, chill it down. Sorry, chill it down with the plate chiller and hop stand. So there's two things left. Hop stand, you know what I mean. Hop stand's doing now. Plate chiller, pitching yeast. Done. See you soon. So this is how I've set up to add it to the fermenter. So flame off, done flame off. There's the bag that was holding all the hops in. That I give it a good squeeze when I'm ready. I'll show you doing that in a sec. I could take the immersion chiller out, actually I might do that. And we've got this open, but it's going down into that pump there. That pump's closed at the moment. That pump will open, it will come out of here, down through that pipe there. Whoops, oh, followed off, wrong one. Down that pipe there into there. Sorry, I put a dirty fridge behind. I just did a bit of a splash on it. And water-wise, the blue goes in, the green comes out. So that goes in there, the beer goes into the plate chiller and comes out into the fermenter, which has been cleaned and sanitized. This here is just, I just try and make sure what the temperature is with it. I mean, there's obviously nothing going through at the moment. I try and make sure that you know, it's coming out cold. That this thermometer has been sitting in some, that wire, and the probe has been sitting in some sanitizer as well. So everything this side is sanitized. That tube, this tube here that I've got coming out, going into the fermenter, that was sanitized when I had the setup, and I was putting some sanitizer through the plate chiller. So everything's clean and sanitized, and we're ready to go. So what I'll do is I'll put you back up on the stand and I'll turn everything on. Very slow transfer at the moment. That's 20 degrees that's going in there, so really we don't really want it to be much more than that. So we're going to switch on, give this a squeeze. To be honest, there's not a lot in there anyway, but I just like to get as much as I can, as much of that hot goodness coming out of there. Right, so that's going. Let's get this switched on. Wrong one. I'll try and keep an eye on the temperature that's coming through. If it's coming through too warm, I have to turn the pump down a bit because it's just coming through too quick, basically. The water, as I say, it's quite warm. Yeah, see that now, it's coming through at 20, nearly 21 degrees, so yeah, need to turn it down. can see what it's actually coming out of the tube at. .22 is coming through the tube at, so we might end up being slightly over what we want before pitching, and I'll see where it goes, really, to be honest, because I might put it into the fermenting fridge to bring it down a little bit before I pitch the yeast. We've got to go out later on anyway, so the yeast, what I've done with it, I've actually stuck it upside down. This section here is, obviously it's the top, and it's got this kind of fold thing, and when I first felt it, I could feel there was a load of yeast all in that top bit. So what I've done is I've squeezed it all out, all down to the bottom, and what I might do is when I open it, I might actually open it from this end, rather than, because you've got a little thing to open it from there, I've got everything out of there. I don't really want it being stuck in the top there, so what I might do is just spray this with Star San and actually cut it across. I've got some scissors in some Star San over there, so just a better way of getting all the yeast out of that pack, hopefully, because someone did say to me that just be careful, make sure you give it a good shake and make sure you squeeze it all out from the edges and stuff. So that's what I might do, go from the wrong end upwards and do it that way. Anyway, I'll come back and let you know how this transfer's gone. Okay, so we've ended up at 20 degrees, which isn't bad. So I'm going to pitch the yeast. We're all done, so quite happy. It's in the fermenting fridge. Just got to tidy up now. It is 20 past 11. Pretty bloody good to have done a brew day by 20 past 11, isn't it? It's not really a brew day, it's the brew morning. There we are. It looks good like that until I show you the crap at the bottom. Look, lots of that. So hopefully that will all settle out. But if you look at it there, it looks beautiful, doesn't it? Absolutely lovely. It is ended up at 10.59. Maybe you can't really see there, can you? But that's 10.60. Look, it's about 10.59, something like that. I have to lean it to do that. Which is higher than we were expecting. We were expecting 10.55, so we've gone 4 points higher. It's going to be slightly stronger than originally thought. It's coming in at 5.1%. So this will be, I don't know, well, it depends. Let's see what the yeast does, shall we? We'll see how it comes out. But yeah, it looks quite nice. Hopefully it clears out okay. Tastes like wort. It's alright. Sweet, obviously. We'll see. We'll see. So very, very happy. ESB. Hopefully we're about 5.1%. Can't remember what I think IBU's about 34 IBUs. Yeah, should be nice. Malty. Fruity. That's what I'm hoping for. I'll probably get this up today and I'll do a follow-up because I want to get something onto the channel. I haven't put anything up in ages. So gonna get this up, gonna get it on, get something on there. Love you guys. Like, subscribe, tell your friends to come to the channel. I think I've got about 300 odd subscribers now, so doing well. Happy days. See you again soon.
You put the beer in the coconut and drink it all up. You put the beer in the coconut and throw the can away.